How's it going, Raspbernites? Welcome to the State of the Cincinnati Bengals address, Week 8, 2010. Today, on the Razman's Reality. Alrighty, so I apologize for this one being a bit late this week, but I really wanted to do that, something to acknowledge my good pal Civilian Simeon's birthday. So, yeah. And the other thing I gotta apologize for, well, two other things, really. One is I messed up last week when I said that we played on Monday. I got a week ahead of myself. This was not the game against the Steelers. This was last Sunday, against the Miami Dolphins. The Steelers game happened this Monday, so I got a little bit ahead of myself because I always look forward to Bengals and Steelers battles. And that leads me into my other apology, is the series as a whole. You know, when I created this series as a whole, and I thought, this is going to be cool. You know, the idea of a hometown fan talking about his hometown team, I'm going to have a lot to say. It's going to be great. And the reason I thought that is because all the elements for the Bengals were here this year. For them to be great and be a success and be awesome to discuss. Well, it hasn't happened because the Bengals continue to lose. And they lose because they shoot themselves in the foot. That's right, unfortunately, we're on the frowning side of the scoreboard yet again, this time by a final score of 22-14. And what can I say? For everything the Bengals do right in this game, it was Carson Palmer with over 400 yards receiving. It was Jordan Shipley with over 100 yards receiving. T.O. had another good game. But once again, the Bengals, for whatever reason, failed to get the ground game going. And the defense just shoots the team in the foot because for everything good the team does, like take last week for an example, where they scored 21, I forget the exact number, 22, I think was the exact number. They scored 22 unanswered points last week against the Falcons in a span of the third and fourth quarter with some interceptions and things of that nature. But then defense let the Falcons right back into the game. And that's what happened against the Dolphins this past week as well, is that for everything good the team does, something bad happens again for it to shoot itself in the foot. Because the defense can't keep the team in the game whatsoever. So I don't know what else to say. You know, in the beginning of the year, it was Carson Palmer, and while I think he still has accuracy issues, he's definitely turned it around the last 2 weeks. He hasn't been the big problem, but the problem continues to be Mike Zimmer. I don't know what happened to Mike Zimmer. He was such a motivator last year with the defense, but he just can't keep the defense on track. And now with Adam Jones hurt, it just makes the corner position weaker, and I just don't know. I'm going around in circles here trying to do this episode. I just don't know what to say. I don't know how to fix an entire defensive unit that doesn't know how to stop people. I mean, that's the bottom line here. So yeah, 2-5, and man, the season's looking like it's over. Really, you know, maybe if we get a win against the Steelers on Monday night, maybe we can build momentum. But if I said it last week, it's really true this week. If I said it last week at a 2-4 record, that is, it's really true this week at a 2-5 record. The Bengals almost have to go undefeated for the rest of the year to even have a remote shot at the playoffs. Because with a 16-game schedule of 17 weeks in all, you have 5 losses. There's going to be teams with better records in front of you. So we'll just have to wait and see if all the elements can come together for this team. But right now, I just don't know. This is reality according to the Razman. And Razman style, it's not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.